Alright guys, welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival 9.5.0. I am an old guy gaming. And we'll continue our build here. So before we get started, I just want to announce that on Wednesday, March the 13th, we will be doing our Any Build contest, where players can submit original builds in the 4 classes: small vessel, hover vessel, capital vessel, and base, and have them judged by the viewers on the stream. So we're looking forward to that on Wednesday night. If you're interested in coming and hanging out with us for that, join up with the Discord. You can find the link to that in the About section of the channel to get all of the information. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'd greatly appreciate it. Now let's get rolling here. Okay, so I had to really give this some thought, and I've basically got the medical bay and the lavatories, the bathrooms, showers, whatever, all set up. So it took me a while to kind of figure out how to get everything to fit in here. I thought about taking it back down and redoing it on camera just so you guys could see me put it together, but I don't think I'm going to do that just because, you know, for time reasons and that sort of thing. So basically what we did, this is how I set it up for the medical bay. Here, let me get gravity going here. So we've got our oxygen station there, our medical bay, cryo chamber there, a little console doohickey there, a desk for the doctor to sit at, and then a couple of four beds for sick patients. And then I kind of filled in all of the gaps and stuff with oxygen tanks here, and I think it turned out pretty good. It's very small, you know, everything is super compact on the ship, but it's got all the things that are needed in a medical bay. This one being, of course, the most important. I might at some point take this cryo chamber and move it over here, maybe take that bed out, and then put an armor locker in here too. I haven't decided exactly for sure where the armor locker is going to go, but that's a possibility. And then after we did that, then I came up with this configuration for the bathrooms, for the showers. So we've got a shower in here, a toilet there in the vanity. Unfortunately, because the vanities are so damn long, I wasn't able to put a doorway on the bathrooms. So that's the men's bathroom. This is the women's, and I'm of course indicating that by using the color pink for this side. But I can't, you know, because of the way the blocks and everything are, I can't put any signs in here. So people are just gonna have to figure that out. But one thing I am gonna do, I think. Now, unfortunately, you know, this weakens the ship because it takes away our double hull. Oh wait, it even does worse than that, doesn't it? You know what? This isn't going to work. This is not going to work. What I was going to do is put a door in here, but I don't see how we can do that because now we have an exposed block right into space there. So scratch that. I guess we won't be able to put any doors. That's kind of a shame, but it is what it is. So let me find this guy here, and we'll get it back in place. That kind of sucks. This is definitely a weak spot here too. This whole hallway is on the ship because it's a single block, and it's also only 1,500 hit points because it's a smaller block too. So I'm not really concerned about that for PvE, but if you guys at some point decide you want to try this ship out in PvP, you're going to have to fix that. You're going to have to do something different, I think, to toughen the ship up a little bit. But I will leave that up to you because I am not, like I said, I'm not designing the ship for PvP. I'm designing it for PvE. And so I think we're going to be okay with it from that standpoint. Alright. Well, that's too bad, though, that we can't put the doggone... Is that block damaged? That we can't put the door in there. I wanted to put a door in there. It surely is. Alright, well, let's repair that guy up. I must have nicked it when I was taking some other blocks down. I mean, we're going to put this whole thing on the repair bay anyway, before we save it to the workshop. And, of course, you know, save repair template. Anyway, so that's what I came up with. it's, you know, if these guys would have been shorter, then I could have maybe put some doors on here, but then we would have had a problem, you know, dividing the two bathrooms, and it would have effectively become co-ed bathrooms. So so this is what we're going to go with. And so we have his and hers bathrooms, but the trade-off is that there's no doorway. So I don't know, maybe the women aren't allowed to come down this hallway and the men aren't allowed to come down that one. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's all roleplay stuff anyway, so it doesn't really matter when it's all said and done. Do I have more damage blocks here? Okay, no. Okay, so that now leaves us the quarters and the commons area. And, you know, we're running out of space here. Because when I had originally started setting this up, I hadn't even thought about the fact that we also needed bathrooms too. But the good thing is we don't have to worry about putting that stuff in the cabins. So the cabins themselves can actually, you know, they can be smaller, and it won't be a big deal. Now, the other thing I think I'm going to do for the cabins is, you know, and this kind of sucks because we're going to lose a whole layer of space that we could put stuff, but I'm not sure what else I can do about it. So we basically have two things. We can either have the cabins be, you know, 2 blocks high, so they'll have more vertical space, but, you know, you won't be able to see out the windows too well in that setup. Or we raise them up a block, and, you know, then you can see out the windows, which is pretty important, I think, you know, for what we're trying to accomplish here. So I'm just trying to think of how I want to do this now. Let's pull this block back up. In fact, let's pull all of these up. These aren't necessarily going to be here after all. But what I had in mind is something along the lines of, we're gonna have to have a corridor here, just because I can't seal off the compartments with these blocks. So we have to start here. And that's actually not necessarily a bad thing, you know, from an access standpoint, because now we actually can cross over this way in about midship. So I didn't plan for it to be that way, but it's something that'll actually turn out to be useful for us, I think. So that means then that each one of these cabins will effectively start right here. Now, what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to do this. We're going to put stairs in here for the entry. Wait a second. Now, it might make more sense to put the stairs there. I have a general idea of what I want to do here, but I haven't worked out the details of it yet. So I'm going to have to make some more stairs too. So, but the idea here is that we fill this in with blocks now. Back up a little bit. I wonder too if I should be using regular, you know, maybe regular steel blocks instead of the combat, just to bring the price of the ship down a little bit. Kind of don't, well, I don't know. We kind of don't really need these interior walls to be combat steel, do we? Could be just normal. Or we could even make them wood blocks for that matter. Alright, well, you know what? Let's just do this first room. And I can always pick this stuff back up. It's not a big deal. But I just want to try to get an idea for how this is going to come together. Let's do two rooms. Okay, now we're gonna actually though we're gonna do the same thing on this side too. So this needs to become a stairway, and this will be a stairway. Okay, so here, let's walk this. So we're coming down the hallway and we want to go into our quarters. So we just walk up here and now we're in our room. So we're going to put a wall here. Yeah, actually, you know what? We don't need to do that. We just use this one. So, you know what, though? If we're going to do that, why don't we instead just make this a full block? That way, we can actually put something up against this wall. And it saves us some blocks, too. There. Okay, that works out pretty good. And you know what? Since we're going to do it that way, could we also... Oh, no, we can't do it that way. I mean, we can do this part, but we can't do the other thing I was thinking. Okay. So we come up here. And so this will have to be a wall here. Coming across this way. Let's grab this other stairway and put it over here for now. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to build out this first cabin with you guys, and then I'll probably finish out the other ones. I'll probably take all the combat steel back out and put a cheaper block in here, and then build out the rest of the cabins off camera after this episode's over. Okay, so that gives us that space. Now, if we put a block right down the middle. And I guess it would have to be a solid block. Which means this has to be a solid block. There. And then this creates a cabin. Actually, a pretty damn spacious cabin if you know, actually if you think about it. All things considered, there's actually some decent amount of room in here. And then for furniture, right, we're going to put, obviously we're going to put a bed. So I'll probably just come up with, you know, a basic arrangement and then let whoever is going to have a berth on the ship have their own, or arrange it however they want to. So we have a bed. We might want to put a television in here. If they want to watch TV or something while they're laying in bed. Okay, do I have more? I don't have any more deco blocks. Okay, well, what I would, I'll probably put like a desk in there, and maybe a chair or something. But I'll just do a real basic arrangement in here, and then, like I said, let people just rearrange it, paint it, and do whatever they want to with it. But that gives us a pretty decent cabin. The only thing I don't like about this, though, the only thing I don't like about it is that it's not sealed. So, if there's a breach, say like on this window, or from the top, the other side of that coin, though, is that if we do seal it up, then we're going to have a ventilator in each room, which we could do. We could do something like this. Each cabin could have a ventilator in it, like right there. Or we could put it over here if it made more sense to do that. Because they might not want the ventilator right by the bed. Yeah, I think that would make more sense. So let's pull this back up. Okay, I just realized something. These rooms are actually going to be a little bit bigger than these rooms will. Which isn't necessarily a problem, I guess. So we'd put another ventilator there. Yeah. So those rooms are just a little bit smaller. Unless we bring everything out a little further. See, I wanted the stairs, though, to be between the windows. So that way, whoever's in the cabin, they can stand here and look out the window. So I guess these two longer rooms could be, one could be the captain's cabin and one could be like the first mate's cabin. They get the bigger space. And then these rooms are for crew, so we'd actually have multiple people in here. We put bunk beds in here. Because I mean, if I hold this out further, because remember this is supposed to be our commons area here. Then the stairs. Well, that might. Okay, I just had an idea. Is there a way that these stairs could be shared? So what we would do... Here, let's pick this back up for a minute. What we would do here is we would put a door there and a door there and a block here. Okay, let's not worry about that yet for the moment. We could, okay, yeah, here's something else we could do too. If we pick this up, this becomes a corridor. And we put another block here, like so. And a door there. And a door here. There. Now, we don't need these here. We just fill that in. Like so. Okay. So what that did now is that gave us 4 cabins that are all the same size and a hallway to move through, which is kind of cool. Hallway to move through here to get to everybody's cabin. And probably what would make the most sense is to put the ventilators by the doors. So one there, and then I have to go make another one, but another one right there. And then this is walled in here. Now, if we wanted to give the rooms on the port side a more spacious feel, we could use those. Whoops. We're still not going to be able to put anything up there, but the room will feel a little bit bigger. So the idea being that the port side rooms are the captain's and the first mate's room. What if we put this in the floor? So yeah, we wouldn't be able to put anything here, but it gives the room a more spacious feel. And then the starboard side rooms. Okay, so well, let's pull that out. That will be for a vent. Well, yeah, see the problem with that though is then it doesn't get ventilation over in here, does it? Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. Whoops. Whoops. Doggone it. Here. It's easier to pick it up and repair it. Alright. And then the ventilator. Goes there. And then another one will go here. So the captain's cabin and the first mate's cabin has a more spacious feel to it, even though in reality it doesn't have any more room than the other ones in terms of what we can place, right? And then the crews, we just put bunk beds in here, a bunch of bunk beds. And this is where the crews sleep. I think that works out pretty good. That works out pretty good. So what I need to do is I need to go make a ventilator, put there, and then make some, some more furniture blocks. And that gives us those cabins become sealed off, which is good. I sure wish there's some way I could put a door in here, but I just don't know how to do it. Because we cannot remove this block here or it will expose the ship to space. Okay, so I'm going to redo all this probably with wood or at least normal steel blocks to save some expense, because it's just unnecessary, I think, to use combat steel for that. And then well, let's consider this for a second. If this is combat steel and there is a breach, it's going to keep the individual compartments stronger. And theoretically stop or at least prevent the breach from getting worse. Whereas if we make this all out of wood blocks, it could get smashed easily. So you know what? Yeah, maybe I'll just keep combat steel. It might be a bit excessive, but I'm not building this ship to be economical. This is an expensive ship. It's just the way it is. All right, cool. So I'm gonna actually leave this the way it is. We'll get it all decorated up though, and get the ventilator there. Get some furniture blocks. The basic decor. Got a couple minutes left, so let's figure out how we want to do that. So for the floor, we can make it look like wood. So if we wanted to go with something like this, that looks pretty good. I like that. I like that. And then for the walls, we could do maybe a wall. No, that doesn't look good. It's just kind of a blue. Could use a marble look. What about a tiled marble look? That's kind of nice. So that's a possibility. There's also this wood green here, which doesn't look bad. almost like that better. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to go get some food. What do we want to do for the ceiling now? What are our options for ceiling? It probably would be a bit much to make the entire ceiling like this, maybe. Or maybe not. They need to all be turning the same direction. Let's just see how we feel about that when we walk in. Yeah, I think that's a bit much. What about this? That's kind of cool. Kind of has a spaceship feel to it, doesn't it? I like that. And what if we painted it? What's it look like if we paint it white? Brightens it up a little bit. There's a lot of kind of blue saturation coming through. I might consider toning that down a little bit. But if it comes down to making the outside look the best or the inside, I'd rather have the outside take precedence. If you know what I mean. Paint that blue. Let's paint that black. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. All right. Well, I'm liking the ceiling. I think that actually works. So let me go ahead and mess with this. I will get all 4 of the rooms all set up in similar fashion as the first one here. And then when we come back in the next episode, we will work on the commons. After we work on the commons, then we need to work on a bridge. After the bridge, then we need to set up our construction area in the lower bay. Do a little bit more painting and drawing of lines, and then after that it's just probably just a little touch up on details here and there, and I think we'll be ready to call this build good. I'm just wondering if there's a better solution for this vent. What if we put the ceiling? Got a thruster there. So then we would put that there, and we would put this corner block in here, like that. Ooh. I think I don't like that better. Gives it a little bit more of a rustic look. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll put the ventilators in the ceiling. Okay, well, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Come and hang out with us on Discord. Come and hang out with me on a live stream. We do live stream several times a week on Twitch. You can find the links to both of those places in the About section of the YouTube channel. Just remember, too, that on March the 13th, next Wednesday, we will be having our Any Build contest for people to enter their original Empyrion builds in small vessel class, capital class, hover vessel class, and base class. And we'll have that contest on Wednesday night. If you want more information, stop by the Discord and check it out. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.